Good morning, Tarkov. What's up, guys? Nolan here. We got our first day past us for patch 12.12 in Escape from Tarkov, and it was a biggin', so let's get to it. I forgot to do my transitions again, so this might look like shit. I keep forgetting to go through that. It's funny, in OBS, you just gotta... actually, that's not too bad. Actually, that worked pretty good. You gotta do the plan. You gotta do the transitions a couple times. You gotta click them a couple times to make them look good. And my voice is pretty much gone. I worked on a few different videos yesterday, and I think I'll like kind of stagger them, and I'll release those probably about every 12 hours or so on the channel. Talking all about what we got going on with 12.12, because there is a lot, guys. And if there is anyone in chat who has not seen it yet, the patch notes are linked in the description of this live stream. I don't know how that works. I think have I even watched a live stream on YouTube before? Yeah, there is a description. Yeah, there is. Excuse me. Also, if you guys did miss Clown Guy was a video. I could not get into the game for the first, like, I don't know, 5 hours or so, something like that, yesterday. I was one of the people that were caught up in the problem with the launcher. The launcher wouldn't even open for me. So I think it was like 2 or 3 hours, something like that. Actually, it was probably closer to 2 because I got all antsy about it. And I wanted to get the fucking make-off off my face. I just made it a video. So Clown Guy is a video. See if I can grab that real quick. You might hear me in a second. Nope, I'm good because I'm live streaming here. All right, so if I grab this, Clown Guy was a video. So if you guys want to see Clown Guy is right here. That's Clown Guy right there. So if you guys want to see Clown Guy, that's it. I did want to do a stream. I had a bunch of stuff ready for a stream. Stuff like this. How can I do this? How can I play this? Quick. Actually, yeah. How do I... Actually, yeah. Hold on. I had stuff like this ready to go. Where am I? Where are you? There you are. All right, listen. Everybody right now, turn down the stream just a little bit. Turn it down, because I don't actually know how loud this is going to be. It shouldn't be that loud. It really shouldn't be that loud. And it's not like it's going to like fucking blow up your headset kind of a thing. But there is loud music involved. So, and I don't know how loud it's going to be. But I did want to have this as like an alert or just something funny that I could put up on the stream whenever I wanted. So turn down the stream just a smidge. All right, there's your warning. Turn it down. Turn it down just a little bit. All right. Also, is this going to work like this? Let's see. Oh, where is it? No. Oh, I got to do this. Hold up. I got to do it this way. I don't know where that went around, but I hope that was on the stream. Okay, I don't know if that played or not. Yeah, it looks like it played. Yeah, I had stuff like that. I had stuff like that planned. It was little things like that. And then also like all the transition stuff I made just for that stream or whatever. But we can keep it for Good Morning Tarkov and stuff. Go turn that off. And then go back over here. So yeah, there's little things like that I kind of put together so that I could just have it for the stream, and then we didn't do it because I could not get into the game. So I don't know. I felt like I would have freaked out if I wasn't gonna be able to get into the game. Like, what the fuck do I even do? I just sit there as Clown Guy with nothing to do, but be mad that I can't get into the game. If you guys didn't catch that tweet, I'm glad that I had 2 noses, because I crushed one of the noses like a stress ball while I was sitting there looking at my launcher, not actually launching and not letting me into the game. But anyway, guys. So yeah, not only is Clown Guy that video, but it's also everything discussing all of the biggest surprises that we had today. Or yesterday, sorry, with 12.12, because there was a lot.
Tarkov for a year now, and your content has been top tier. You're a legend for delivering on Clown Guy. Happy holidays, dude.
Esteban, thank you very much for the 50 and the kind words. And yeah, that was the whole thing. If it happened on if it happened on the 12th, I was gonna do Clown Guy. So there's Clown Guy. Never do anything like that again. And that's one of the subjects that I wanted to bring up today. It is going to be ridiculously more difficult for me to be able to make content on Tarkov now because of the way that they're doing things. There was a significant amount of stuff that was a complete surprise to me. And unless there's I mean, sometimes I'll get like little things here and there, sometimes from some people, but it's not, I had no idea a lot of that was happening. A lot of that was happening this patch. Even though everything was technically, pretty much what BSG had planned for the game in general. I mean, of course, Inertia, we knew about Inertia, but the flea market changes with the grenade stuff and a few things around what was it with the Raiders, or not Raiders, the Rogues on Lighthouse. I didn't know that we were going to get something like that. So now all the bears are pissed off that it's very difficult to get around on Lighthouse, and that's actually one of the videos that I'm going to be putting up here soon. Is if you are a bear, how should you easily navigate? Or how are you going to be able to easily navigate Lighthouse if you have to deal with the rogues? There are ways, and it's actually pretty easy. So you just have to kind of give it a wide berth a little bit, and then also the mines on the eastern side of Lighthouse there. Actually, we have a very good map here, so I'm going to pull up this map. Wish I had this about 10 hours ago when I was editing that Lighthouse video. Yeah, this is Lighthouse. This is very much this for sure is Lighthouse. And boop. So yeah, it'd actually probably maybe make more a little. I don't know, because all the words are the other way. So we'll do it this way. But yeah, this is Lighthouse, and then compared to my dinky little piece of shit over here, I got this. But hey, it was pretty damn close. As pretty much as pretty close. That's pretty close, right? No, generally speaking, mine that is essentially Lighthouse. Like, that makes it very easy to understand where it was. But no, this obviously is much better. We got that main road that goes all the way through the town, or all the way through the location, and then we've got that bridge out to Lighthouse. That sniper, excuse me, like I said, I'm losing my voice here, guys, so my bad. That sniper for the Lighthouse will drop you from about here. Can you see my mouse right now? I could zoom in a little bit. I'll help out. So when you're going up, if you want to go check out the bridge or anything, that sniper, there's a big truck about here, and he'll start popping you the second you get anywhere near that truck. So it seems like you can get closer because the fence for it is like right here, but he'll start popping you at like a distance of like around here. And there's actually two of them, because I got really close to the fence yesterday. I popped some painkillers and some stims, and I ran for the fence, and two of them started to shoot at me. So I wonder if that's something around like. Because there's going to be multiple bosses, and they're going to have snipers, and they'll try to keep you off the bridge when that patch does come. And if anyone is confused, the trader and the bosses are not in this patch. So if you're looking for them, or if you're looking for a video on them or anything like that, excuse me, you're not going to see one because they're not in this patch. So that was one big thing. Inertia, generally speaking, I saw a lot of people talking about Inertia in the chat just as we were getting going here. Where am I? Oh, almost just played Gangster Nick again. Do that. I saw a lot of people talking about Inertia. I am one of the people that, and I don't want to say it's not that I don't understand the argument that a bunch of people are making about how you don't like Inertia or whatever. I'm sure I understand it. I get it. But I moved around. Actually, also, while we're on the subject too, I'm level 2. I haven't even done a single online raid yet. I was just all over Lighthouse. I was all over doing malfunctions. I was all over trying to figure out stuff with Inertia and if it actually works correctly. And then there was some spawn stuff. There was some spawn stuff going on at Lighthouse too. So I wanted to check out the rogues on Lighthouse. I wanted to check out some very interesting loot.
Fucking juice time.
Josh, thank you very much for the member. Very much appreciate it. Thank you. Right, so there was a ton of loot on Lighthouse, specifically the villas. The villas have some pretty insane loot up there. So if you guys aren't going up there, especially if you're a bear and you don't want to have to deal with the rogues at the water treatment plant, make sure you hit those villas for sure. There is a bunch of really good stuff. Also, I'm also testing because I think there's another giving tree. You know what? I might as well just keep this. I'll just put this back up. So if you guys know what the giving tree is on customs, I think there's another one. I think there's one about... There's a rock slide around here, I think. If you drop down, because Mountain Pass is up here somewhere. Oh, these guys don't even... Oh, they don't even know where Mountain Pass is on this map. I just realized that. Mountain Pass is right here. The Mountain Pass exit, you're going to need a Red Bull and a paracord to do it, but it's right here. Actually, it's right... It would be right here. So you come down, then Mountain Pass is up here, and then you come down this way, and then I think the rock... Yeah, it's like right here. There's a rock slide. You'll see a tree. You'll see the rock slide between the access road up to one of the villas, and then there's the main road here. There's a rock slide that goes down to like a couple little ponds or something, which I do think is right about here. And then there's a tree with a gym bag underneath it, and then right next to the gym bag, I've been finding like equipment. I've been finding like random things. So the thing with the offline raids is it's difficult to see if it's like is it just something that's going to spawn there constantly or not. So if you're online and you go by this area, check out, it's like I said, there's a rock slide between the access road up here and the main road, and there's a tree with a gym bag, and there's some very interesting things spawning next to that gym bag, just in the open as loose loot. Look at that, check that out, because I think that, I want to say that's another giving tree. I think it might be another giving tree right there. So check that out. So I'm investigating little stuff like that. That's what I've been up to. Just, clowning around a little bit. So yeah, we're going to check out today specifically. We're going to check out the rogues. How can you avoid them if you are a bear? How can you easily farm them if that is something that you want to do? I was also getting reports. Actually, this is something that we can answer really quickly. Who's done any labs runs? If you have done a labs run, have you seen raiders on there? That's something that I wasn't able to confirm. They might, with all these changes that they've been doing, they might have removed raiders off of labs. At least they might have for like for the first few raids, or for the first several hours or whatever of the patch. Because I had a few people messaging me saying that they didn't see any raiders on labs. So I thought that was interesting. Is there a new boss with the rogue faction? I don't believe so, Dota. I'm going to be diving into the rogues today in terms of like, if you're a bear, what's the easiest way to avoid that area? Also, if you would like to farm them, what's the best way to farm them? There is a very large rock with an interesting tree that's close to the water next to the main road. People are calling that like Pride Rock or Lion King Rock. I think that has quite a few very good angles on pretty much the entire water treatment plant. And even if you can't get to that rock, there's a few mountains in the back behind the water treatment plant to the east, sort of northeast of the map, that has very good angles on at least most of the water treatment plant. And the guys up on the roofs with the guns, that's probably the biggest threat there. So you want to try and grab those guys, especially the ones that are on the GMGs. So once we can get angles on all of the guys on the mounted guns, then move in and try and make it easier. That's kind of my goal today. That's what I want to figure out. One of the Zavatskis were firing PS ammo and had weaker gear. I don't actually know what that means, MD. Negligent discharge. What's the best part of 12.12? Honestly, I just really like that Lighthouse is so interesting. So Lighthouse, generally speaking, is actually pretty small. There's not a ton to it, but it's the way I've been describing it is it's deep. So you're going to have big buildings, and the big buildings have a lot of stuff in them. And then also it's just interesting that every nook and cranny has something to look around at or check out, something like that. I keep finding random items that are actually like pretty valuable, just spawning places, just like spawning on a random broken chair somewhere, or spawning next to a car just on the main road. And that helicopter crash, actually, it has a med box spawn there. And then I've been finding grizzlies there, just straight up, just whole ass grizzlies just on the ground next to the helicopter crash. which if you guys don't know where that is, it's up here. If this background wasn't white, I would keep this map up, or else you guys could see chat. But you can't see chat when it's up. So if you guys don't know where the helicopter crash is, it's right about. Oh, they got it right here. I think a couple things are definitely off with this map. It's definitely more over, or like to like the east, like the northeast of the side tunnel. It's not like right behind the tunnel. It's more like kind of over here. But yeah, the heli crash. You'll see the smoke. Like if you're coming down the road here, if you're coming south down the main road, you'll see all the smoke and whatever over to the left as you're coming up to the tunnel. It'll be over to the left of the tunnel. Also, something that's really interesting is this path to shoreline is no shit a path to shoreline. Like this over here is shoreline over here. Like and there's no like fence or anything there. I thought I was gonna, when I first saw this extract. Can you see this? You can't. Oops. This path to shoreline up here, like all of this actually is shoreline. Like these are sunken houses over here. Like that's that little village near the road over there on shoreline. Like this right here is shoreline. But yeah, so when I was first walking up to path to shoreline, I thought I was going to keep walking, and I'm like, are those the houses, the sunken houses in shoreline? And yeah, they are. So literally, like, no shit, it is right there. I'm going to do a bunch of stuff with shoreline because some people were saying there's some weird stuff happening with shoreline, so I'm going to check that out today as well, in terms of like they might have added some things or changed some things up with it. So I'm going to check that out today as well. What the fuck was I talking about before that? I forget. I'm going to take this off. But yeah. There are hella ASA spawns. I'm assuming you meant ASA, not ASA, unless ASA is something else. ASAs, yes. I'm seeing quite a few of those for sure. What about new tasks? You know of any new ones? Not specifically. I haven't been doing any tasks. I'm literally level 2. I haven't done an online raid yet. I've just been messing around offline. That's generally what I do with the new patches, especially when there's new content and new maps like this. Do you enjoy VoIP? Did you get any wholesome encounters? I haven't done an online raid yet. I haven't even done a scav raid yet, guys. I'm all offline. I'm all messing around with stuff offline. But no shit, every single, because I've been watching a lot of streams. I've been catching a lot of, I'm just moving around the community in general. Every single VoIP interaction that I've seen has been awesome. It's been awesome. So it's cool. And I'm seeing a lot of people saying a lot of good things about VoIP in general, and just the patch in general too. So once we got past the initial problems with people getting into the game with the server problems and whatnot, but that's gonna happen. The Rashala guards are called, oh yeah, I just called them Rashala guards. Because I don't even know how to fuck to say that. Dudes were way weaker and had worse gear. I didn't know. I didn't notice that. We'll check that out. Level 2 examine gang. Level 2 examine. What do you mean, Josh? Rashala guards. Do you enjoy VoIP? Did you get any? Yeah. So not personally, but I'm expecting to do a bit of that today. Not sure why they changed this, but I found a semi-modded AK in a wooden box. There's a whole bunch of shit that I'm sure it's going to take us another couple weeks to find all this stuff. Oh yeah, another thing too is recoil. So I'm going to be messing around with recoil. They did mess with recoil more than I thought, so I guess I misinterpreted Nikitaism when it was coming around, or when it was around the how the new recoil stuff was going to work. It definitely changes depending on how hot your gun gets, and your fire rate does go up. I posted a clip on Twitter yesterday of me shooting the Scar L until it malfunctions, and malfunctions are definitely different. If you guys didn't get the memo on that, if your weapon malfunctions, it will just stop working, and there will be why don't I just play the clip? There will be a little sound and light that pops up on your bottom right where you used to see that it malfunctioned. And that's on you to hit L, or if you've changed that key to whatever key you've changed it to the inspect weapon key, where you like look at it, you like hold it in your hands, you look at it, and then it'll tell you what type of malfunction it is, and then you can hit Shift T and it'll remove it, and then you can go back to firing. Let's just grab that clip over here. Yeah, I'll make sure this is turned down a bit. So yeah, Scar H, or not Scar H, Scar L. Which, by the way, you can't get the Scar L, just the base version, from Peacekeeper level 2. But, what was I gonna say? This one I got for being a ETS tester. No, I don't think you guys can hear that. Sorry. So you're not gonna be able to hear it, so I'll just skip it through. But, no, I went through about a dozen mags or so, and then here it is. And the barrel is like red hot too. It's cool. All right, see the little red that pops up there, and then you see your gun is red at the top too. That's what you're looking for. And then you hit L eventually here. And then once you do that, it tells you what the malfunction is, and then you hit Shift T, and then it does whatever you need to do to fix it, and then it does a little bit of a green. You see that? It'll go green a little bit when you do fix it. And you're good to go. So that's the new malfunction thing. I'm going to be talking about that a bit today. I'm also going to be doing a bunch of guns like what I did there. And and just seeing how long it takes for them to malfunction. Where? Oh yeah. Boop. Boop. That's what we're doing today. That barrel turns glowing red in one mag dump. Is that realistic? I don't know if it is. I mean, maybe it'll turn a tint of red. It's not really that red. Maybe they need to turn it down just a little bit, but for sure, if you dump like I did there, it goes very red. Yeah, it turns really red. We'll see if they do more significant, I guess. I don't know. They do need a visual cue, though, because the damage that it does to the weapon is significant, and it's not repairable. So the overheat damage that happens when you mag dump like dozens of mags, like a lot of mags, is not repairable. It's instant red. It's not like the open black where you'll see that okay, I need to repair this. No, it's like it's done. You're going to need a new gun after the overheat damage. Is it possible to get to the other side of Lighthouse as a bear? Sorry, you've been asked this before. Actually, I brought it up, but it's fine because not everyone can catch the whole stream. It's going to be a topic of one of the videos I'm going to be doing either today or tomorrow, is how to navigate Lighthouse as a bear, and just generally speaking, the rogues, because the rogues is what makes it difficult to get from one side to the other. There are mines to the northeast of the water treatment plant, but you can tell where they are based off of, from what I can see, is on the ground itself. There will not be signs, but there is deformation, and you can see that there's like little craters from mines that have previously gone off. And generally speaking, if you just know where to look, you'll see the crater and then know not to go there. It's pretty easy to get around it. You look great in the clown costume. Just wanted to say the audio overhaul, Steam audio full implementation can't come soon enough. Hope you'll stay on top of that. Yeah, we'll see how much they want to talk about stuff like that. With how much they kept secret this patch, we'll see how much they want to talk about stuff at all, because that was very, very little and even to no communication about a lot of the stuff that happened this patch. So we'll see. I think they've just adopted the we're not going to say shit stuff. So we'll see. What caliber is the G28? I don't have it in game, but it's most likely 308. It's most likely 7.62x51, because that's what it is, and at least that's what that one is in real life. So I would assume it is. Is there any good loot in Rogue Camp? Oh, absolutely. The rogues themselves have very good gear too. They'll have like scars and good armor and helmets and rigs and all that stuff. The rogues don't fuck around. They're really good. You know about the Chemical Part 4 rep list? Oh, that's a good point. I do, and I didn't mention it yet. Don't turn in Chemical Part 4, guys. I was tweeting about that on Twitter yesterday. If you have Chemical Part 4, do not turn it in. And if you have a buddy that is about to turn in Chemical Part 4 or has Chemical Part 4, do not turn it in, because it is bugged as fuck. Are gas analyzer spawns bugged? No, but everyone keeps thinking that because I know Landmark had a lot of difficulty finding one. Did he end up finding one before he got off? I don't even know. Do not turn in Chemical Part 4 because and make sure to try and, if you have buddies that are grinding really hard, don't let them turn in Chemical Part 4. It is bugged right now. It will constantly make you lose rep to the trader that you don't turn it into. So I think it was Pestily, and there was a few other people that had like negative 0.7 or something like that, like something that you should never have for traders. And I would assume for the streamers, they're going to reset their accounts and help them. But for the people that aren't, we'll see if BSG knows about that or has a quick fix for that or what, because that's a problem. So we need to try and tell as many people about that as possible. Will you try to do a guide on how to attack the rogue camp? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah, on how to farm them, and then also how to navigate the map if you are a bear. Also, guys, there was something I wanted to make sure I got out there too. Is a lot of people are saying, what the fuck is that? Why? And because they just have no idea what's going on with the game. This was always something that was coming. There's going to be more NPC groups that are going to fuck with you based on who you are. There's going to be reputation. I've been saying this for literally 2 years now. There's groups like that are going to come to the game. I do think it's strange that they added the rogues with that mechanic alone. I don't know why they didn't add. I don't know why they didn't add it along with something else so that there was a counterpart to them already in game. They've done what they've done for some reason. So if you're not in the loop on this, rogues specifically will shoot bears on sight, or if you are part of a group with a bear, they will still shoot you on sight. Any bear anywhere, they will shoot you on sight. But if you are a USEC, you can actually kind of walk up to them and they will not shoot you on sight. If you get too close, they'll yell at you to get away from their area, get away from their territory. But you can walk by them and be perfectly fine. It's like being a scav and seeing other scavs. They're not going to shoot you on sight, but if you fuck with them, they'll shoot you. And then also another thing with that is that if you do end up shooting them, it's going to remember that. The NPCs are going to remember that. That's something I'm going to be testing today. They are going to next raid shoot you on sight because they're going to remember that. And for some reason, or not for some reason, and then in some way, shape, or form, they're going to remember that. So I don't know how many raids you're going to go where they shoot you on sight. I'll find that out today. But after you shoot them, but that's a reputation thing. That is an NPC, or that's a mob in the game based off of reputation. And guess what? There's these things called GRU, Russian GRU. They're Russian special, blah, that's my jaw coming in. Russian special forces that are very well trained, very well equipped, probably significantly deadlier than the rogues, if I had to say. And they're going to be not only on streets, but roaming. They're going to be roaming around. It's not like we can say they're going to be on one specific part of the map like we can with the rogues. These guys are going to be roaming around and hunting USECs. That is something that is planned for Streets of Tarkov. So get ready for that specifically, because a lot of people are giving that shit. It's like, what the fuck is this? Why would they do that? And I'm a bear. What the fuck? This is stupid. Yeah, just wait. You're gonna eat those words when Streets comes out, and everybody USEC is gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, seriously. And the lore behind that is it's supposed to be that the USEC are actually supposed to be like bad guys. They're supposed to be, if you guys have seen the Raid series, they're like doing security, and they're like helping Terror Group, which are the bad guys for sure, because they're making like chemical weapons and doing like illegal scientific tests and stuff like that with what they're doing in labs. And generally speaking, I think there's also like some human rights violations or something like that. Terror Group is a very bad company and a bunch of bad guys, and USEC are helping them. So that's the lore, and that's why the Russian GRU are going to be hunting them when Streets comes out. Or at least, I have to be careful with how I say stuff nowadays because they're keeping so much stuff secret, but that's how it's supposed to be planned. And, I can have some leniency with that because for sure with how we're seeing the rogues act on Lighthouse right now, I'm pretty certain that that's going to be what happens on Streets. I'm pretty certain that they're still going to have the GRU around, and they're still going to hunt USEC. So we'll see. Also, the UN is supposed to play a part in that as well. And then we'll end up seeing how easy or how difficult it is for USECs to go to Terminal or do anything with Terminal, since the Russian regular army is going to be holding Terminal. We'll see. Serious question, is there any way I can loot rogues or get on the roof of the water plant? Of course. There's ladders and there's staircases up there, so what do you mean on the roof? I feel like you're talking about a different building since you didn't see a ladder or a staircase. Also, loot rogues, yeah, just loot them. I mean, kill them and then loot them. I don't know. I guess I'm missing something there. What do you think of the shoreline changes? I haven't seen them yet. I haven't gone over there. I'm going to be checking that out today. Do you agree Tarkov is the most complex game ever? Fuck. I mean, you've ever seen. Maybe you. What other games have you played? Do you like? Did you only play solitaire up until today? Like, what do you? It's a very complex game, but I mean, I play a lot of MMOs, and those get pretty fucking wild. Hell, even some. You know what? Actually, there's probably a proper way to answer that. I think the reason why so many people think Tarkov is complex is because the lack of any help whatsoever in terms of like a tutorial, in terms of help from the devs, because you literally have no idea what the fuck you're doing and they just say good luck. They just say good luck. Nothing is explained. Nothing is like, you have no tutorials at all, and you have to go and you have to find content creators and stuff to go and get that stuff. Landmark said the stairs are blocked off. Oh. I guess I missed that. I'll have to go check that out today. I haven't tried to get up there myself, but basically I walked by there and I saw that there's a very obvious staircase going up there, and I didn't see them blocked, so I was just like, oh, you can just get up there. No, actually I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Does 3M Armor still have 2 spawns on factory? I mean, maybe they changed it. I don't see why they would have changed that. They are kind of rare to spawn there, though, and especially where, you know, this point of the wipe where it's just, you know, day 1, day 2 stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are trying to get those 3M armors, so maybe they are already picked up if you do find those spawns. Will you get scav karma while killing rogues as a scav? I am not sure because of how they act in game. I am not sure. This is only day 2, but we can easily test that. The stairs to the roof of the water plant buildings are blocked off by rubble. I did not see that. All I saw was these big open staircases. I didn't see the rubble, so I assumed that they weren't. It makes sense, yeah, like on interchange. Weird that they would do that, though. Interesting. Okay. Do you know anything more on the rangefinder that Cato found that makes it different in function? That's supposed to go on the top of an optic. So you're supposed to be able to use that very quickly without having to pull out any kind of binocular system or anything like that. So the one that Cato found, you'll stick that on a rail, and then I guess you'll hit like a Control L, or maybe you'll hit like T or something like that. Maybe, or not T. I'm thinking of Star Citizen. You'll hit something to turn that light on, or you mess with the light. You'll manipulate it like it is a light or a laser, and then it will pop up with the. Actually, got to talk to him. I wonder if he can get a clip of how that works. That's a good point, actually. You'll see what the range, you'll see what the distance is. Also, I was watching Jesse Kazam yesterday, and they found a couple of those a couple of the Vortex rangefinders, and his broke. So I don't know if there's like a battery or if there's a limit to how many times you can use it or what, or if it just is broken. But his actually stopped showing him range, so I don't know what's going on with that. Just for the Scar L? What, Jack? What's just for the Scar L? Are you going to do an offline raid on stream to show us the rogue? I wasn't planning on it because this is Good Morning Tarkov. I like to kind of talk to you guys and like answer questions and stuff, but that'll be later today. It distracts me when I'm. These aren't centrally like a gameplay thing. Yesterday, if I was able to get into the game, I would have been live streaming and playing the game for sure. But today we're hanging out. I'm answering questions. I'm seeing a lot of @niceguy and stuff, so it's @niceguy Tarkov, guys, and it'll pop up in orange so I can see your question. Otherwise, there's a lot of people talking, so it's difficult for me to actually keep up with what I'm answering here. You be streaming your testing today? No, I won't. I was not planning on it. This is pretty much the play today. If I feel like streaming it, maybe I'll stream it. I don't know. And I'll let you guys know if I am or not. How far inland do you need to go? How far inland do you need to be in order for the rogues to be aggressive? I don't know if inland's like the right word, because you can go on the east side of the map and there's mines over there, but you should be able to sneak by there. We're gonna be testing that today. I think rogue is bug if your PMC is USEC and you can hang around them as a scav. No, the lore is that they. Oh, actually, no, true. Yeah, that might be a bug. No, you're right. Yeah, interesting. We'll have to test that today. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. No, true. So since I pretty much just was like in my brain on that one, the whole point with the raiders, or not the raiders, the rogues, is that they are previous USEC, so why would they be friendly to scavs? And why would they let anybody into their area, let alone scavs? So that's a good point. They probably are bugged. Now you say that. That's a very good point there. Good catch. Who was that? Captain Sig. I think rangefinder is bugged. Had a buddy bring it out. Never used it before. It refused to show range. Yeah, there's something weird going on with that. Jesse was having the same thing. Are rogues more or less dangerous than raiders and bodyguards? How cracked are they? They're pretty damn cracked, and they do have good equipment. So I would say, if not better, just as bad as raiders and bodyguards, if not better. But probably leaning more towards better. Thank you for not playing the game I was talking about. Yeah, that's kind of what we do at least with Good Morning Tarkov.
Game crashes when loading raid. Any ideas?
There are so fucking many things that could be wrong with that, man. I am sorry that's happening to you, but I have no idea. A lot of people would say that sounds like a skill issue. But no, it sounds like maybe there's a PC problem there. That's a Reddit thing. That's a forum thing, and I hope you're a religious man or woman because it's yeah, good luck with that. There's a lot of I constantly see questions and stuff like that because it's bad. So best of luck with that. I have no idea what I can do to help you. I'm sorry. Only rogue scav leaders will attack scavs. We'll find out today. I haven't done a whole lot of testing around the rogues, but we're going to be doing that today. What the fuck, the rogue killed me? If you are a USEC and you are part of a group with a bear, they will shoot you on sight. If you are a USEC and you kill a rogue, even next raid, and even a couple raids after that, the rogues will remember you and shoot you on sight if you've shot them before. And we're going to be testing that today, and we're going to be messing around with that. Have you checked out the shoreline changes? Sorry, no, not yet. I'm going to be checking that out today, though. There's a dirty, nasty sniper spot down to water treatment. Yeah, is it Pride Rock? Is it that big-ass rock down by the water with the weird tree at the top? Yeah. Have you seen new smoke nades? I've seen them from streams, but I haven't personally found them or used them. I don't know how many slots they take. I would imagine they take one with some of the ones that I've seen. The reason why the Russian one took up two is because it was just a big grenade. So, I don't know. I don't know how many slots they take up. Where can we listen to this song? This is just Nikita's Spotify. You can go on Spotify or SoundCloud, and this is Gene Burn. So Nikita's I don't know, music name is Gene Burn. I'll link it here. I'll grab this for you guys because it's fucking awesome. Spotify. Boo 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 boo. Oh, that's BB No Money, not that one. Where are you? There we go. Is this gonna work? Yeah, that's Nikita right there, guys. That's Gene Burn. That's all of the Tarkov music. It's very nice. It's very nice. I got a sound stutter. Is that me? What do you mean? I mean with VoIP? VoIP is pretty buggy. There's a lot of stuff that's going wrong with VoIP. In general, maybe they'll fix it. Maybe there's maybe it might be a server stress kind of a thing. We'll see. Do you know if rogues are Lighthouse only scav faction? Yes, they are. NPC Trader on Lighthouse will be added in Part 2 extension. Yes, there is no trader and there are no bosses. Maybe you'll consider the rogues bosses, but they're really just an NPC, kind of like a scav faction thing. No trader and no bosses on Lighthouse. That the actual Lighthouse Island itself is locked off right now. They're going to be opening that up in a future patch when they end up. And it's probably going to be it's probably going to be, 3 months probably until we see that second patch, but we'll see. No, it's towards the right of the cliff if looking towards North Extract. You see one building. Yeah, there's a few of those higher up cliff areas for sure. So interesting. Have you experienced a significant FPS drop this patch? No, if anything, it's probably better. So I would check your settings there, or your PC. Thoughts on the fleet changes? I personally freaking love it. They needed chads. They needed chads. I think you missed a word there. So that is just generally speaking. That's one of the changes when I made the clown guy video. What I was talking about when I think it's going to limit them in testing. I I don't know. Maybe you guys can give me some feedback on this. But if I was testing something, if I was testing a game, and I made the quote unquote best items less accessible, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Let me know what you think. If the best items, the quote unquote meta, the quote unquote best items in the game were less accessible, is that a good thing or a bad thing? In a testing environment. But, you know, I'll leave that question out there. Will the new NPC trader have a picture along with the other traders? No, because, well, actually, maybe there'll be like a task involved or something. Oh, actually, there's a good theory that the front of the new song that he made, like the thumbnail or whatever, that's his face, which would make sense. It'd be an interesting way to do it. Since that song was for the Lighthouse reveal. But no, he's an in-raid trader. You have to literally walk up to that trader. So I don't know, actually. If anything, I would lean more towards he's not going to have a picture, but we'll see. Are weapons still able to sell and buy on the flea? Some of them are, not the... actually, wait. Sorry. All of them are. The only things that are limited now are ammo, armor, at least the best armor, the best ammo, drum mags, labs key card. And this is me talking off the top of my head. I don't know why I don't just have the patch notes up in front of me. Check out my video I made yesterday where it was like a new era. I talk about all that stuff and how it's limited. But generally speaking, guns you can still find up there. And like parts and stuff. And food and meds. Are they just testing where they want item accessibility to be? We don't know that these fleet changes are permanent, or am I missing something? I would go ahead and say that these fleet changes are very likely to be permanent. The way that they've done this, I would say that these fleet changes are very, very likely to be permanent. We will see if there's something that changes that with the new trader. We'll see if there's something that changes that with more common events. We'll see if there's something that changes that with reputation. I don't know. We'll see. But generally speaking, what it seems to be is that they just saw the in terms of like like a competitive environment, in terms of like balance for the general economy, the flea market having those items made the game very weird. It was not how the game was going to be at launch, but we kind of knew that. We just understood that that's just they're going to make that change later on. Like, you shouldn't have that easy of access to stuff where you just because you have the money, it doesn't matter how you get it, you one click and you got the best stuff in the game. That wasn't going to happen at launch, but in terms of a testing environment, in terms of like where we're at right now, experimenting and stuff and being able to balance stuff, especially with like all the ballistic changes and stuff, I don't know exactly how good it is to have that in a patch like this, where we need to be able to test it's really just the armor and the ammo. That's the best ammo. That's the ammo that we're gonna literally want to use to test this new ballistic system, and it's that armor is the armor that we're gonna be wanting to shoot against to test the new ballistic system and stuff like that. So very strange that they did it this patch is just my take on it. I think it limits them in terms of testing. Why isn't that music playing? Oh, it is just very quiet. Glad I can make the stream. Played some wipe yesterday and seems pretty good, but have yet to talk to someone in a game. Also, guys, VoIP's turned off by default. So if you're not able to talk to someone, make sure you have VoIP turned on. Also, there is chat volume. There's chat volume in the settings as well. Make sure you turn that up quite a bit to be able to hear people as well. So turn on VoIP if you want to use VoIP, and turn up the chat volume. Do you see them shadow dropping more NPC factions? Do you see them shadow dropping more NPC factions the closer we get to the end game stretch for the BSG boys? Not necessarily shadow dropping. We knew stuff like this was coming. Now, it was a surprise we were getting these guys on Lighthouse, if that's what you mean. But we already know, and we were just talking about it. There's going to be Russian GRU. I'll help spread the word, hopefully, and guys, to let if you have friends or you yourself are a bear and you're annoyed that rogues are a thing. You guys are going to get Russian GRU, which is Russian military special forces units that are going to roam around streets hunting USEC. So don't get too angry, because that's going to be a shit show. You are going to have a tough time on streets with those guys as a USEC. So don't get too cocky there, or don't get too angry there. But no, there's going to be a few other factions that are going to have reputation systems like that. My verification code is not sending. Have you heard? I have. Do you happen to have a Yahoo email? I think it's hilarious that, or not necessarily hilarious. I'm sorry for whoever that's happening to. But I just think it's funny that if you have a Yahoo email specifically, did they just forget that Yahoo was a thing in Russia? But yeah, if you have a Yahoo email, you're not getting your emails. They know about it. They're working on it. Will you try sniping using VSS? I will eventually with the new ballistics. I'm not necessarily a 9x39 enjoyer, generally speaking, but I'll mess around with all the guns for sure with the new ballistics. Labs cars is dumb. The labs is already quite empty, looking at the first 4 to 5 months last wipe. So they want that on purpose because everyone was farming raiders early wipe and you get a bunch of good gear. Interesting that they now have rogues and we can do the rogues, but I don't know. For some reason or another, they made that a plan. They made that the point. Also, it makes labs what it is, which is it's supposed to be rare. Labs is supposed to be it's supposed to be like a secret, and it's like one of the most popular maps in the game. So it didn't make sense that it was constantly packed with people. I don't know. They seem to make a lot of changes that we probably would have seen. They seem to make a lot of changes that I would have thought we would have seen closer to launch this patch, which one of those totally are. That change totally is one of those. Oh my God, English. My verification code is not sent. Yes, so Yahoo. I'm sorry if you have a Yahoo. If you don't, they're just having problems with that. They're changing loot tables around for early wipe. What do you think the odds are that late wipe has more fleet restrictions? Has more? I very much doubt it's going to have more than that. It's already got the meta armor and ammo in there. If anything, maybe late wipe, especially with all the people that are complaining about it, maybe they'll ease a bit of it back, but we'll see. Streets of Tarkov 2023. Which queue? You mean 2022? I'm saying the first iteration of Streets of Tarkov is next year. We were talking about this on, I think, the Pogcast. We were talking about this, guys. In terms of environment, I would be very surprised if the environment isn't finished for the first iteration of Streets of Tarkov. I think what they're waiting on is the loot distribution and then how NPCs interact with the map, environment, and players. I think it's a lot of like engineering side of stuff and coding side of stuff because it's been years that we've seen the first that first teaser there, not the initial first teaser back in like 2016. I'm talking about like the first of the 3 teasers that we've seen recently of Streets for the new Streets, quote unquote new Streets. That is going to be. That first iteration is based off of just all the areas that we've seen in those teases. And I very much believe that we're going to have that first iteration by around summer of next year. So like Q3-ish, Q3, and then also that'll very likely be our next wipe after this one. So about 6 months, 7 months, something like that. Whenever Streets is done, that's going to be the next wipe. And I think that is going to be sometime, around Q3 next year. Do killing Rogue USEC gives Cav karma? I actually don't know. I'm going to be testing that today. I do not know. Thoughts on Inertia? I'm one of the people that like it. I don't really notice. It's hard to explain. I don't really notice it. But I'm a guy that I play like everything. I play a lot of Arma. I play a lot of Squad. I play a lot of Star Citizen 2 these days with the stuff that they've been doing. I'm used to being able to move like that. And Tarkov was very different. Tarkov was very different in terms of movement than a lot of the other games that are quote unquote realistic. So I'm not worried about it. I'm moving around quite normally already. Even just day one, I'm just one of those guys that just I don't really notice it. I don't see it as a problem. Oh, I meant 2022. Yeah, so 2022. Yeah, you're good. Clean DirectX shader cache seems to have helped a little bit. All right, whatever that is, clean DirectX shader cache for sure.
At Noise Guy Tarkov, since we didn't get a live stream of you playing Tarkov, can we expect a stream in the future?
So for me, I'm not a gameplay person, and the thing with the whole content that I provide and stuff like that is it's all based off of information. So if I am live here on the main channel, it's going to be me interacting with you guys and trying to get you as much information as I can, because live streaming actually is kind of it actually causes a few problems with the YouTube channel and just YouTube in general, because people will come here expecting a video and they got a live stream, so they're not going to get their information as quickly as they expected and stuff. And as much as people say it's just like, oh no, you're awesome, no, people support you, whatever, and like all that stuff, it's not. It causes actual problems. There's significant stuff that comes from that. So when I am live, it's based off of information. It's as close as it's going to be as close to the usual that you can expect on the channel. Yesterday was going to be an exception because it was going to be the wipe day, and then I couldn't get into the game. So if I'm going to be live, it's going to be mostly information here on the channel. Maybe on the second channel we'll do some extra stuff. But yeah. Which faction do you think will be in the next in-game next? Oh, UN and Russian GRU are supposed to be on Streets of Tarkov. So I think those are going to be the next ones. The Black Division, we can't even necessarily confirm that they're going to be in the game because we never heard exactly what their implementation would be or who they are or what they would be doing. I think they'll make their way into the game in some way, shape, or form. They're just doing a magnificent job of keeping it secret now. Not necessarily keeping it secret, but keeping it secret of how they'll function or what they'll be and whatnot. If we're talking about surprises, Black Division's going to be the biggest surprise that we've probably ever seen. So they're gonna, at some point, someone's gonna die to some creepy motherfucker Black Division dude, and we're gonna have no idea it's coming, and it's gonna be awesome. I typed no more fleet restrictions late wipe. No more fleet restrictions. Maybe they'll ease up on them a little bit, but I don't think they're gonna remove it. I think they're gonna keep it the way it is, especially late wipe, because that seems like kind of the point. So we'll see. Can you let Nikita know there might be a bug where shots won't register or do hit, but when cause the damage or whatever the bug is, make sure you're sending in a report. That's the best way that they're going to notice it. Most bugs, stuff like that, there are a lot of people that send in reports, so they might know about it already. Send in a bug report. That'll be much better than whatever I would be able to do, because I don't really have access to being able to talk to them as easily as some people might think. My FPS are trash on Lighthouse Online. All right, so there's a thing with the rocks on Lighthouse. You might notice there's weird textures going on with them. If I had to guess, I would say they had some problems getting frames correctly because of the geometry of all of the rocks. You'll notice how many rocks there are with the mountains and stuff that's going on with Lighthouse. I've seen stuff like that happen before in development where the geometry and the textures of stuff like that they can have problems with it, and it causes significant frame drop and issues. Given the texture and seeing what we're seeing with those rocks, I would imagine that was a problem. And then also if there is some kind of setting, or if there's some kind of system or something that you have specifically that's going to have problem running the game, I can see why you would have problem on Lighthouse specifically. Just because you have a 3070 doesn't mean that that's going to solve the problem. It could be a RAM issue, it could be a CPU issue, could be a memory issue too. There's a lot of stuff that could happen with that. Sorry it's happening, but I don't have a fix. Do you have the automatic RAM cleaner enabled? Yeah, try that. Are syringes spawning? Yeah, I've actually seen a few myself. Imagine if there was a nighttime event on Lighthouse where Black Division raids the water treatment plant and nobody knows yet. It could be. Maybe. I feel like we would have seen something by now, especially with how much I've been looking around on Reddit and Twitter and stuff like that. I feel like someone would have said something, but we'll see. There's going to be a surprise. USEC microwave. Do you think when Lighthouse expansion comes out? Do you think when Lighthouse expansion... Oh, you just got me with that. I thought you said Lighthouse... I didn't really... expansion didn't really click with me. I'm like, dude, it was yesterday. Do you think when Lighthouse expansion comes out, water treatment plant will have USEC microwave? Oh, good. Maybe. If there's going to be a USEC microwave anywhere, it'll be there. The Rogue Castle GMG can shoot. Yes, it can. We're going to be doing that today. I'm going to be looking into what's the most effective way for a bear to get by that area without having to aggro or shoot up the rogues. And then also just the exact opposite. What's the best way to farm rogues? How do you successfully kill the new faction? Shoot them in the face. That works. But yeah, today is actually what we're going to be covering there, Zebra. That's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be finding out the best way to farm those guys. Wait, so everyone is having FPS issues on Light? There's a lot of complaints about Lighthouse, yeah. Is Lighthouse the setting for the raid series? The entire location, the entire map is, the entirety of the game is. Yeah. We need a keyboard and mouse on top of the microwave. Yeah. But yeah. All right, guys, last few questions here. We're going to be wrapping it up. I keep these to an hour. I'm surprised my voice has even stayed, to be honest with you. One of the endings is on terminal. Someone mentioned it ending on terminal. One of the endings is on terminal. There's actually going to be several endings. VoIP is made for some very fun PvP fight. VoIP is awesome. This is just, generally speaking, this is an awesome patch. It's great. Yes, you can talk to PMCs using VoIP with scavs. Yes. What's your go-to early wipe weapon? I have not even been on an online raid yet. I'm an information guy, and I was lucky enough to grab a scar. So they gave out scars to ETS testers. So I got everything I got with checking out the scar because I really like it. And then apparently also you get the scar L with the level 2 Peacekeeper too if anybody's interested, or you're close to it. My go-to early wipe weapon is the one that I have the most ammunition for. PP19 is going to be really good. Your AK-74 is going to be really good. Shotguns are really good. Honestly, like a Mosin combo with a shotgun is actually really, really good. That's something that I've been running for quite a while. When you get access to a good PSO and an SKS, the OPSKS, OPSKS may be suppressed if you can grab the suppressor. OPSKS is really good, especially with the PSO. You can reach out. The thing that is going to make the biggest difference, at least in my opinion, the thing that makes the biggest difference at early wipe is sound suppression and range. So if you can get the best long range optic that you can get with something on a suppressor, you're going to be sitting pretty. If BSG has messed with spawn rates of certain items, loots, they absolutely have. They absolutely have. What's the deal with VoIP rules? I keep hearing that you only have 15 seconds per raid to use it. It's definitely not per raid. Whoever said that is an idiot. Or whoever was trying to like send that out as information is an idiot because they would have just needed to click it again. So how it works is you have 15 seconds of uninterrupted talk with the VoIP, and then you have to let it build back. So you have 15 seconds of the, constantly talking, 15 seconds, and then once the timer goes out, you will not be able to talk again. You have to wait another 2 seconds, and then you'll have 2 seconds to be able to talk. And then if you wait 5 seconds, you'll have another 5 seconds to be able to talk. And then if you wait a whole 15 seconds, you'll have that whole 15 seconds. So it's stopping you from spamming very quickly, from being able to like play music through the mic and stuff like that. Jotties versus rogues, if you're bum rushing them. Oh, for sure, yeah. Scavs can use VoIP, right? They can. There's a lot of cool scav stuff going on. Not sure what you mean. I've seen crazy spawns already. I mean, there's definitely crazy spawns, but they've messed with spawn rates in general for a lot of stuff. Morning, Ratman. Already had people using VoIP. There's a lot of people that are saying that. I mean, of course, there's going to be people, it depends on your definition of abusing. If there's going to be people saying, bad stuff into it, of course that's going to happen. There's children out there. There's going to be idiots out there. There's going to be people that are just generally speaking having fun with it too. So maybe you have a weird definition of abuse. If that's what you mean, if people are messing around with it a little bit, that's not the end of the world. Generally speaking, not even generally speaking, literally speaking, every single interaction I have seen with VoIP, because I haven't done it myself because I've not even been doing an online raid yet, has been awesome. Everything I have seen with VoIP has been awesome. So depends on your definition, I guess, and maybe you're just getting unlucky. Do you know about the bug of chemical? Yes. Again, guys, before we end up, we're gonna end it here in a minute. Do not turn in chemical part 4. Do not turn in chemical part 4. We said it earlier. I probably should have said it a couple more times here too. Do not turn in chemical part 4. If you have a buddy or if you have a friend that is going through the game very quickly and they're going through the chemical task right now, do not turn in chemical part 4. It is going to fuck you. It is going to royally fuck you. You're going to lose reputation with the trader that you don't turn it into, and it's going to be a problem. And you're not a streamer, so they're probably not going to know to go to your account and fix it. Pastly is going to get it fixed. Anybody else that gets a lot of hype about it or whatever and shows up on Reddit or whatever is going to get it fixed. You are most likely not going to get it fixed unless they have a way to send it out to everybody. Maybe they'll send you a gift or something to anyone that might have had a problem with it. I don't know what they're going to do to fix it. All I know is that it's a very good chance that if it happens to you, you're not going to be able to get it fixed. So do not turn in Chemical Part 4. That's just how this stuff goes. Where did you find the scar? I found it in my messages because I'm on the ETS, and they sent it to people that tested the ETS. And I did quite a bit of testing on the ETS, so I got a scar. So yeah. But yeah, so Chemical Part 4, it will screw up your reputation with the traders that you do not turn it into. So yeah, that's actually going to do it today, guys. I keep these to an hour. I will be back tomorrow, and we'll be discussing some of the stuff that I find. I'm going to be doing a deep dive into the rogues and figure out like what makes them tick, specifically like even more specific with their spawns, how to farm them, the most efficient way to farm them. If you are a bear, what makes it like what's the easiest way for you to move through that part of the map if you're a bear, stuff like that. That's what I'm going to be covering today. Otherwise, if you guys missed Clown Guy is a video. Clown Guy is on the main channel right now under, what did I name that video? It's This Changes Everything. A new era has begun. That is Clown Guy. So if you want to see the Clown Guy stuff, that's that. I'll open that up real quick. So that is right here. If you missed Clown Guy, that is Clown Guy. I also have, I don't even know if I'm going to do a 5-minute map guide for Lighthouse because I kind of already did a 3-minute map guide for Lighthouse. It's a very easy to understand map. And that is right here. If you're looking for that. This is LH map. Posted that yesterday. All right, so that's a Lighthouse map. You will pretty much understand Lighthouse in 3 minutes if you watch that video. So that's what I have. That's what I have up so far. I'm staggering these videos by about 12-ish hours. So I don't know which one I'm going to post next, but my next one is going to be up in a few hours here. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, I will be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern. Hope you guys are enjoying the patch. Other than that, have a nice day. See you guys.